Food is important for every society, and much of the food today is transported to us by global food trade. But what would happen if this global food trade would be disrupted? Much of the existing research we have on global food trade focuses on smaller, more regional events, but we wanted to understand what happens if you have a global catastrophe. We looked at two specific scenarios. The first one is nuclear winter, where you have much reduced temperature and sunlight. And the other one is infrastructure collapse, where you have a disruption in the production of inputs into agriculture like fertilizers or pesticides. We used a network model of global food trade, where we simulated yield reductions from these catastrophes and how they would cascade through the system. We focused on wheat, rice, maize, and soy, because together those produce 60% of the calories we consume. We used this data to then analyze how much each of the countries lost in food imports and also how their connections to their main trading partners changed. Our results show a striking difference between the two scenarios. Nuclear winter, you have a disruption of 50 to 100% of the imports for many of the countries. This is due to major exporters like Russia or the US are hit hardest in these scenarios. In infrastructure collapse scenarios, most countries only experience a reduction of 25 to 50% of the imports because the disruption of the catastrophe is spread more evenly globally. These changes also are reflected in how the trade communities change. While they stay mostly the same in the infrastructure collapse scenario, they change almost completely for many countries in the nuclear winter scenario because they lost all of their main trading partners. These findings highlight the dangerous vulnerabilities we have in our food system. We have concentration on very few countries when it comes to exports. That means that even regional catastrophes can cascade into global consequences. But in addition to that, we also have global catastrophes that pose an even larger risk because they can affect everyone all at once. To avoid the potentially grim consequences of such scenarios, we need more preparation in general. These preparations should include having a more diverse food production in general, but also robust trade agreements that consider what happens after large catastrophes. We also need to think about scaling up resilient food production in case of these events and preparing that we are able to do so. Understanding all of this and understanding these trade vulnerabilities is a first step we can do towards having a more resilient food future.